Hello and welcome to Hargaden Field. Got a nice matchup for today. They got the Gilman Greyhounds coming in to face the Loyola Dons. I'm Donald Irwin, joined by Alex MD. How are you doing today?
I am great. Looking forward to a beautiful October afternoon. An MIAA conference matchup between two struggling teams, but this is definitely a game where Loyola can get back on track. I got a chance to watch Gilman's practice yesterday, and this should definitely be an interesting matchup as both teams are very evenly matched, in my opinion.
Right now, Alex, it's fair to say that Loyola really has had struggles on offense throughout the year. Only 68 total yards per game. What can they do to try to get that offense going?
I think they got to spread the ball out more, and I mean, we've seen the triple option. Not sure if that is the best choice for them at this point. I mean, we see at Georgia Tech, they don't get the ball downfield much, and this is how that offense works. I think if you air it out, I mean, Jeffrey Snyder's got a pretty solid arm.
Right.
So.
And now you mentioned the term triple option. Can you explain exactly what that is and what that entails?
Sure. Triple option is an offensive set in which you have the quarterback, fullback, and halfback all in a line. The quarterback snaps the ball, and the fullback and the halfback both break out to the same side as the quarterback, and the quarterback can either hand it off to the fullback, toss it to the running back, or keep it himself.
Right, and that requires a lot of decision-making on the quarterback's part as Gilman is set to kick it off to the Loyola. And it's a short kick, fielded at the left side, about the 10-yard line. And about an 8-yard return here. And that will set up Loyola's offense. And one of the struggles in the previous games this year, Alex, has been field position. And that has been caused by Loyola going 3 and out, punting it, and then Gilman or any other team they're playing will get the ball on the 50. Now, if Loyola is able to establish a drive here, maybe you don't even really need to score, just get a few first downs, get some flow. I feel like that'd be a really nice start to the game.
Absolutely, and look at a big target on the left side. You got Matt Bell over there.
And that play is going nowhere. It's about a 1-yard loss. And Snyder kept it himself, and he was met with resistance for the Gilman front. And in these type of scenarios, this is really where the triple option struggles on these 2nd and long and 3rd and long scenarios. So they really need to pick up a nice chunk of yardage here.
Yep, and that's where you scratch your head a bit, I would say.
So Snyder
when you've
under
got a target
center.
like Matt Bell on the outside, you can utilize him much more often.
That's right, and that will be a toss play here. Was Alex Bresci on the carry, and that will be going nowhere. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10. Gilman's done a great job of shutting down the run early. I'm sure they game planned for that all week, knowing that Loyola loves to run the ball. And in these 3rd and long situations, you can really do nothing but pass. Snyder will line up in the gun. 2 running backs set, 2 wide receivers split out. Snyder's going to roll out to his right, looking to throw. He's going to keep it, and he has nowhere to go there. And 3 and out early for Loyola, and that's really not what you're looking for to start off this game. And the Greyhounds this year, they are 2-5 overall, but they have lost 2 of their 5 games have been lost by 7 points or less. They lost to Mount St. Joe by 3 and Georgetown Prep by 7. So this team could just as easily be a 4-3 too. And a low punt. It's going to get a nice Loyola bounce. And it's going to be down at about the 47-yard line.
So Loyola's Gilman rather has hit a wall recently over the last 2 seasons. If you remember Kasim Hill, he was quite the gunslinger, and Gilman actually won the MIAA title a few years back, if I can recall. But last 2 seasons currently have losing records.
Right, and after you lose a quarterback like that, it's very rare to just get another superstar, and it takes a little bit of time. You can see that on all levels of football. And Purnell Hill is the quarterback. He will keep it himself. Nice quarterback draw, and he will gain about 4 on the play, and that'll be second down. And Gilman's defense really did a great job of forcing Loyola into a punt, 3 and out, and they got good field position here, so let's see what they can do with it. Will be a 2 wide receiver set, I formation for Hill. Making the adjustments on the line. Man in motion. And Hill will take the snap. It'll be a handoff here. And good defense there from Loyola. That was Brandon Madison on the carry, and he really had nowhere to go. That'll bring up about 3rd and 5 for the Greyhounds. And if Loyola's able to get this stop there, that would be huge. Looks like Hill's going to line up by himself in the backfield. 4 wide receiver set, 1 tight end. Hill drops back, looking to throw. He's going to fire it across the middle, and it is caught for a first down up to the 38-yard line. And that is Piper Bond on the reception. And if you're Loyola there, I think he might have played too soft coverage.
Yep, I think that's the place where you got to go press coverage, man-to-man, rather than giving him extra cushion.
Hill in the gun. It'll be a handoff up the middle. And Madison will pick up about gain of 2 or 3 on the play. And it appears that Brandon Madison lost his shoe there, so he'll come out for a play. And in comes running back Jermaine Conyers. Trips formation out to the right. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. Pressure from Loyola, and they're going to get him. However, Hill was able to push forward for a gain of about a yard there, but that was good pressure from Loyola.
All right, there's Taylor Randolph blowing up the play at middle linebacker. Well, that's what you like to see.
All right, so if you're Loyola, you had this situation before on this same drive. You cannot afford to really sag off your coverage. I would like to take away the middle here if I was Loyola. Low snap, Hill drops back. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire it. And it looks like James Schloter had the man beat on a wheel route, but Hill might have thrown it a little too early.
Yep, that was poor placement there. And Loyola gets the defensive stand, so even though they did give up 1 first down, good to see them get a stop.
And Daniel DeLon is set to punt it off. Senior Justin McCoy is set to receive it. And he will call a fair catch at about the 7-yard line. And if you're Loyola Blakefield, Alex, you've got to be happy with that series on defense.
Absolutely. That is just what they drew up over there. But now one thing to be cautious of if you're Jeffrey Snyder is you're backed up pretty far. So any mistake would be costly. So I'd say they take a pretty conservative drive.
All right, 7:08 is remaining in the quarter. Both teams have touched the ball, both resulting in punts. And Snyder and his offense will come out for the second time. It's going to be a pretty heavy formation up front. Matt Bell is spread out to the left. Snyder will take the snap. It'll be a handoff. And we have space here. Nice running here. And that'll be a gain of about 35 yards. Taylor Randolph on the carry. And that was really nice play design there. They were running like an I formation. Randolph was the fullback. And they faked the toss to Alex Bresci and handed off to Randolph, and he had a pretty big hole there. Good execution altogether for Loyola's offense. And it's going to be a handoff again. This time to Ian Takas, and he will have nowhere to go. And that'll bring up second down and long from about the 35-yard line. And Alex Bresci's coming back in. And if Loyola's able to string together a nice drive here, that'd really be good to get ahead early. That's where their offense wants to be. They want to be running the ball and chewing clock out with a lead. Snyder under center, man in motion. He'll take the snap. And Snyder will keep it himself, and he will carry it up to the 49-yard line. And there you see that triple option, Alex. Everybody followed Bresci to the left side of the field, but Snyder kept it himself and was able to pick up a nice gain.
Exactly, and if you have a decoy like Alex Bresci back there, can suck the defense in pretty good. And he's a two-sport athlete like many of these guys. Bresci's committed to UNC for lacrosse, but it definitely helps when you got some very athletic backs and receivers on this team.
Snyder under center. And it'll be a toss to Bresci. Bresci has blockers in front of him, and he will pick up about 8 on the play. And Loyola's really got it to the point where Gilman's just guessing on defense. There's so many different things to account for when playing defense against this offense, and they're really fooling him here. And Bresci will check out. And Loyola's mounting a pretty nice drive here. And they'll come out in the same formation. Matt Bell spread out to the left, the only wide receiver. Snyder under center. He'll take the snap, and he's rolling out, looking to throw. He's going to fire one. Matt Bell, one-on-one coverage. And a great interception there from the Greyhounds. That was Kyrie Jones, and that was just incredible coverage from Jones there. He kept Bell on the outside, and Snyder threw it towards the middle, and the one-handed interception was just a very good fundamental football there from Jones.
Beautiful handle there, too. He corralled that in with one hand. Bit of poor ball placement, you got to say, by Snyder. Could have thrown it a little more back shoulder, but very athletic play, so you got to give the defender credit there.
Right, good on Loyola for taking that shot deep. They had one-on-one coverage. It's just the ball placement could have been a little better, but overall a great play from Jones there. And Hill will take the snap. It's going to be a run here. And that is Madison. Madison running down about the 23-yard line for a first down. And if you're Loyola, that turnover's got to sting. You're moving the ball. And but that's what you take when you take a deep shot. It's more of a 50-50 ball to Bell, and Gilman just came up with it. Hill under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a run. Again, Madison. Madison has nowhere to go. And that'll bring up second down and about 9 on the play. Now it'll be second and 8 here from about the 25-yard line. Hill in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. Madison in the backfield, and it looks like it's going to be a false start here. Looks like Kyrie Jones went early. So that'll be about second and 13 here. And watch on the left side of the field. You have the man in the slot, Jackson McCambridge, and they're overloading that left side, and that's where he'll go. Hill rolling out, and just over the head of Kyrie Jones. Jones had the sideline, and he probably could have turned upfield there. It's just Hill just put it over his head.
That'll bring up a huge third down right here. If the Dons can get a stop, they should be looking at a pretty good field position if they're able to field the punt cleanly. So.
And that will bring up third and 13. They're at the 20-yard line. Pernell Hill in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. Low snap, and it'll be a handoff here, and nowhere to go. And that will bring up 4th down for Gilman, and they'll bring on the punt team. And that was really good discipline there from Loyola. I'm sure I was expecting pass there as well as the defense most likely, but they were able to clog up the gaps and hold that draw play to no gain. And the punt is underway. It's a pretty decent kick. McCoy will field it about the 42. It's bobbled. And Gilman will have it at about the 40-yard line. And we talked about mistakes and turning it over, and that's got to hurt if you're Loyola after the defensive stop.
That is a big one. You can't just give the ball right back. It's unfortunate, but Gilman was just given a gift. So.
And we're looking at a different formation here. Purnell Hill is not on the field. Brandon Matterson appears to be at quarterback. Maybe a wildcat here. And the ball is out. And bad snap there. Madison was unable to field it, but nice play there from Kyrie Jones to be able to get on that ball, because that would have given the ball right back to Loyola. And that'll bring up 2nd and 24 here. And Purnell Hill is back into the game in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. He'll take the snap, and he's rolling out to his right. Oh, no, Madison has the football. That play fooled me there, as Madison will take it for about 10 yards up to the 45-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. And it is holding on the Greyhounds. That'll back it up, about 2nd and 34 here.
Loyola caught a nice break there. It was a bit of a trickery there.
Right, now if you're Loyola here, you really have to make sure not to give up a nice chunk of yardage. It's going to be 2nd and 34, and if you can hold them here to a gain of about 10 or less, you're looking good to get the ball back. Just no big plays. Got a 3 wide receiver set. Hill will take the snap, low snap. He'll look to throw. Good protection.
Oh.
And I'm not sure where Hill was going with that. There is a flag on the far side of the field, and that was almost intercepted. And it appeared that Jack Corris just could not hold on to that. I believe the call was a legal man downfield. One of the Gilman linemen must have seeped out and ran down. But Loyola will decline that, as it is 3rd and about 35. Loyola has 3 deep safeties now. I'm trying to play more of a prevent defense. But you got to watch the outside here. Low snap. That'll be a handoff. And Madison has nowhere to go. And so Loyola's defense comes up again, is able to, Gilman Greyhounds are not able to capitalize on the mistake on the punt. And Alex Bresci and Justin McCoy are back to receive. Good snap. And the punt is off, and Bresci will receive it at about the 27-yard line, and he will take it up to about the 32-yard line. And really more of a defensive game so far, Alex. Not really any offensive big plays breaking out.
That's right. We've seen both offenses pretty much stall for the majority of this game.
And we saw Loyola was able to drive last time out, and let's see if they can do that again. A couple nice runs here last possession for Loyola, as Snyder will come out with the offense once again. 32-yard line here for Loyola. 2 wide receivers split out to the left. Snyder under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a toss out to Bresci. Bresci has the edge. Makes a man miss, and Bresci will take it to the 43-yard line. Good blocking on the outside there from Loyola.
And there's a flag.
And there was a flag thrown. And we are waiting the call now. And there's a personal foul on the play. I'm not sure what specifically it was, but that'll back Loyola up, and that's got to hurt. And what was a first down on the 42 will become a first down and 20 from their own 21. So that's about a 20-yard swing.
I'd say it is a good sign, though, that they're using their athletes like Bresci and Matt Bell. So if I were Snyder, I'd probably spread it out a lot. Like, he got a mismatch right here with Bell on a much shorter corner.
Snyder will roll out. I think he's looking Bell. He'll fire it on an out route. And Matt Bell beat him. He just, the throw was a little short, and that was going to be a nice pickup, about 17. Just the throw was at his feet. But it is a good sign, like you said, Alex, that they are looking Matt Bell's way. His ability to make plays in open space is something they really need to take advantage of in this game. And 2 wide receivers set. Matt Bell has the same matchup he had last down. Snyder's in the gun. He'll take the snap. He's rolling out. He's looking Bell. And there is Bell. The exact same play, but this time it was executed perfectly by Snyder, staying in the pocket and taking the hit, delivering a perfect ball. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 11 here. Snyder in a single back set. 3 wide receivers. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. Immediate pressure. Nice screen here. But McCoy will have nowhere to go. Good defense there from Gilman, and then Loyola's going to have to come on the punt. And that penalty really hurt for Loyola Duns, and that resulted in about a 20-yard swing, and Jordan Moore's set to punt it off. And before he's able to, that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. From Alex MD, I'm Donald Irwin. No score here at the end of the first. Stats you have for me. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. And Loyola's set to punt it here from their own 32-yard line. Jones is back to receive. And a low kick. A good one, though, and that's going to get a Loyola bounce. And Jones is actually going to pick it up, but great coverage and an even better punt there. And Gilman will start within their own 10.
That is a huge play right there. Jordan Moore on the tackle. Oh.
And great punt there from Jordan Moore. And Gilman will start at their own 8-yard line. And that's the game of field positioning. If you're able to keep Gilman back and deep in their territory, you can win the game of field position and get better attempts to score. Hill under center. He'll take the snap, and it'll be a nice little pitch play out to this right side. Nice pursuit there, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 6 from the 13-yard line. Got an I formation here. Purnell Hill under center. 2 wide receivers split out to the right. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw a little bubble screen to the outside. And a nice play there. Will pick up the first down. That was Piper Bond on the reception. And Alex, when you have one-on-one coverage on the outside, that's a pretty nice play call there, as the outside wide receiver was able to pick up the block for Jones.
Absolutely.
Oh, excuse me, Bond.
So if you're Gilman, you want to exploit the size differential, which you've got on the outside with Piper Bond going up against Justin McCoy.
Nice hard running there. It's Brandon Madison on the carry. Be second about 5 here. And Gilman mounting a nice little drive here, picking up a first down. And they're close to picking up their second. And it'll be a handoff up the middle. That'll be close to the first down. And it'll be about, oh no, it will be a first down. The chains are moving. And looks like Gilman's really working the run here this drive. Two wide receivers set. He'll roll out. He's looking to throw, and he will carry it. Nice running there. And it took about 5 or 6 Loyola players to bring him down, and that was just really great running from Purnell Hill. First and 10 at about the 41-yard line. Hill in the gun. 3 wide receivers set. And it was a false start on the slot receiver. They're not running the motion correctly, and that'll back them up. Same formation here. 3 wide receivers set. Purnell Hill will take the snap. It'll be a handoff to the outside. And missed tackle here up the sideline. Brandon Madison. And if you're Loyola, you have to make sure you finish your tackles there, because you just gave him a free about 15 yards on that play. And Gilman is now in Loyola territory at about the 37-yard line. And they're doing a nice little 1-2 punch here on the ground. Madison and Hill. Hill will take the snap. Play action. He's looking to throw. He has a man deep. But nice pursuit from Loyola. But yet Hill is still able to pick up 2 yards on the play. They look like they had him had him for a sack in the backfield, but he was able to recover and pick up a few yards on the play. And if it wasn't for Loyola's nice pressure there on the interior, I think they might have had a man deep in Piper Bond.
Absolutely. I mean, he was wide open. And he still got a solid matchup out there against the 5-inch shorter Justin McCoy.
And it's a run here. Nowhere to go. There's Jermaine Conyers on the carry, and that'll bring up 3rd and long. And this is a really big play here at the 35-yard line. If Loyola is able to get a stop here, I don't know how good Gilman's kicker is, but a 52-yard field goal at the high school level is very difficult.
I'd say they need at least another 6 or 7 yards to get into field goal range at all.
And the Greyhounds will take a timeout, and we will as well. From Alex Emdy, I'm Donald Irwin. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back after the timeout. We got 8:14 left in the half, and it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Greyhounds, about the 35-yard line of Loyola. The running back Brandon Madison is lined out to the right, and he will motion Madison back, and it's going to be a design quarterback run, and that will be Hill on the carry, and it looks like it's going to bring up 4th down and short at the 29-yard line. This would be a 46-yard field goal. And it looks like they have no intent on kicking it. They're going to go for it here. Madison lined up in the gun, the running back, man in motion. And it looks like they're trying to get Loyola to jump. Good ball discipline there, not jumping on that hard count. And Madison will keep it himself, and it's going to be close here. And it appears that Loyola held him there. That was a huge play as they get the ball back.
That is a huge defensive stand right there. You gotta get the ball back into the offense's hands. And it's looking like this game's gonna hit the under, as it's still 0-0 halfway through the second quarter.
And out comes Snyder and the offense. Man in motion. Snyder will take the snap. It'll be a handoff here. Taylor Randolph getting the second level for a gain of about 8. And it initially looked like, Alex, a 1 or 2 yard gain, but Randolph was able to turn it into 8 or 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 3 for Loyola. 7:08 and counting left in the half. Snyder under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff. This time Randolph again, and he has nowhere to go. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 3 for Loyola. And right end Evan Boozer is checking in, the defensive superstar for Loyola, and sometimes during these games he comes in for 1 or 2 plays at tight end. Matt Bell has single coverage out to the right, but it will be a handoff here. Nice move there, another nice move up to the 48-yard line. That was Ian Takis, the junior, on the carry, and that was just really nice running there from Takis. And it appears there is a personal foul. So because it was a dead ball foul after the play was over, Loyola still will get the first down. However, they will be backed up 15 yards. And that's the second personal foul on Loyola today. And these penalties have really hurt them.
You can't be taking silly penalties. If you can recall last year, they're an average of about 8 a game. So if Loyola can cut down on the miscues, then they won't be in so much trouble.
And it will be a handoff. Takis, nice running from Takis. He will pick up about 6 yards here. And it'll be about 2nd and 4 for Loyola. 5:58 remaining in the half. Now, if you're Loyola, what you really need right now, in my opinion, is a nice, drawn-out drive for a score. I don't think you want to give Gilman the opportunity to touch it again until the third quarter. Evan Boozer once again in at tight end. He is lined up on the left. Matt Bell does once again have single coverage on the outside. Snyder rolling out to his right. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire it over to Bell. And Bell was open once again, but it was low. Snyder didn't have much time to throw that ball on the run. But there appears to be offensive holding on Loyola, and that will back them up. So what was 2nd and 4, it's going to be 2nd and 14. So it will be 2nd and 14 for Loyola at their own 31-yard line. Snyder coming in after getting the play call. 5:25 remaining in the half. Snyder in the gun. Matt Bell split out to the right. Jordan Moore split out to the left. Snyder's looking to throw here. Pressure on the outside, and he's just going to try to keep it, and he'll go out of bounds for a loss of about 3. And that'll be about 3rd down and about 15-16. And if you're Loyola here, what do you think the strategy is? Do you try to pick up this long 3rd down, or you just run it and then punt it away with your defenses playing, like what your defense is playing?
I'd take a shot definitely to the outside. You don't want to throw anything over the middle that could be potentially tipped and or picked, so I'd maybe go for a deep out. Matt Bell, see what you can get.
Right, he has been open on 3 of those plays. They ran that already to him. Appears that Gilman's opting to go with no safety, and Bell is one-on-one in press coverage on the outside. Snyder will roll out immediate pressure that he does get the edge. Snyder's going to throw it out. It is complete to Bresci, but that will be well short of the 1st down.
That was the exact pattern you wanted, something safe to the outside, just not deep enough.
So out will come Jordan Moore. He will punt it away for Loyola. You have Jones back to receive the punt. 4:47 remaining in the half. Moore will take the snap, and he faked it. Moore faked it, and he has room on the sideline. Moore running. Nobody's going to, oh, he's going to go. Oh, no, down at the 1 yard line. And what a fake there. What a play call from Coach Zayu. And they'll have it 1st and goal on the 2 yard line of Gilman.
That fooled everybody, myself included. And that was the right time to pull that out of your bag of tricks, if you ask me. For
a second there, I thought it was just going to be a blocked punt. But Moore was able to tuck it and just go up the edge. And what a nice play there.
Well, if you've got a punter who's athletic as a wide receiver, then you can pull something like that off.
Now, Loyola is a run-heavy team, so they'll probably just punch it in here. But Matt Bell does have one-on-one on the outside. But Randolph will just walk into the end zone. Touchdown Loyola after the big fake punt from Jordan Moore. And Loyola is on the board. 6-0, extra point pending with 4:08 left in the half. And Luke Wason, the freshman, is set to kick. Snyder is the holder. And Wason will get it to go. From Alex Emdy, I'm Donald Irwin. Don's lead 7-0 with 4:08 left. Welcome back, Hargaden Field. Score is 7-0. Loyola leads the Gilman Greyhounds. And Gilman is set to receive their first kickoff of the day. There's been a lot of punts. But after the score, Loyola will be kicking it off to the Greyhounds. Caleb Sanders is set to kick it. And we're awaiting the go-ahead on the ref. Sanders will kick it off. A little chip here, received at the 20-yard line. And a nice tackle there, as Jermaine Conyers was upended at around the 35-yard line. And with 3:52 remaining in the first half, Gilman's going to be looking to tie this game. Out comes Hill in the Greyhound offense. Hill under center, 3 wide receivers set. He'll take the snap and he hands it off. Madison going to pick up about 4 on that play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Loyola's really done a good job as a bend, don't break defense. They have given up a nice chunk of yardage in this game, but they have capitalized on their defensive stops when they need it most. As Hill will throw it out to the right. Complete on a nice little stop route. That was Piper Bond on the reception, and Bonds emerged as Hill's favorite target so far in this game.
And it's easy to see why. I mean, he's got a huge size advantage over McCoy there on the outside. And
Hill in the gun. He'll take the snap. Hill will fake it, and he will continue to go. Takes about 4 or 5 downs, and the ball is loose. Hill might have fumbled it on the back end of that run, and it is Loyola football. Great play there from Loyola to be able to force the ball out of Hill's hands. And Loyola's offense will come out yet again at their own 39-yard line. And it appears that Jordan Moore has checked in at quarterback. Design quarterback run here. Jordan Moore picks up about 4 or 5. And we have 2:56 remaining, and Loyola would like to get another score on the board, make it a 2-possession game here going into the half. And Snyder has checked back in for Loyola. He is in the gun. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff here. Randolph on the carry. And he will pick up about 1 or 2 on the play, and that'll bring up third and about 5 or 4. So this is a big play here if you're Loyola. You could play it conservatively and just try to run it. If you get the first down, that's great. If not, you punt it, or you could try to throw the ball. It is high risk, high reward, and we'll see what the Loyola opts to do here.
I would potentially run a quick rollout, maybe to McCoy, or just run the ball.
And Snyder will keep it himself, and Snyder has enough for the first down. Up to the 48-yard line of Gilman. And with 1:47 remaining in the half, they're going to have to move quickly.
And Gilman's defense is on its heels a little bit, I would say. So now is a good time, maybe take a deep shot or...
And Snyder is looking to throw. He will throw it, tipped, and caught by Matt Bell. Nice play there for Matt Bell to track that ball and take the big hit. He caught it even if he took a big hit, which he did. He still held on to it. And that was really nice play there from Matt Bell. And Loyola will take its first time out of the half, and we're going to take a short break. From Alex MD, I'm Donald Irwin. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back to Hargaden Field. 1:18 remaining. It is 1st and 10 for Loyola. It'll be a handoff. Randolph carries it to about the 30-yard line. A gain of about 3. That'll bring up 2nd down. 1:10 and counting in the half. And I think Loyola might be playing for 3 here, as we are under a minute and Snyder is still receiving the play call from the coaching staff.
That would be the safest option if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, no need to force it through the air. I think you can pick up a few on the ground, maybe 10 more yards, and kick a field goal.
Interesting play there. Snyder handed it off to Mason Rush, who then handed it off to Bresci, but that had nowhere to go. And Loyola will take their 2nd timeout of the half. Now, Alex, if you're Loyola, it's 3rd and about 5 on the 30-yard line. Are we playing for 3 at this point, or are we trying to score?
Again, I would just go for 3, go up by 2 possessions, unless you want to maybe take a deep shot to Bell. Other than that, I would not risk one through the air.
All right, it all depends on what Coach Zayu thinks his kicker's got in him. Right here at the 30-yard line, it would be a 47-yard field goal. Now, if you think your kicker can consistently hit that, I say you take a deep shot. But if you can, I would probably run it up the middle, try to get a few yards, and set it up for him right in between the hash marks. There's 36 seconds remaining, and Loyola does have 1 timeout left. So maybe throwing it over the middle wouldn't be that big of a deal, as they do have a way to stop the clock. Snyder under center. Matt Bell was split out to the right. Rush in motion. It'll be a toss to Mason Rush, and he's looking to throw it. He fires it to Snyder. Snyder's got a step on him. And incomplete. A really nice play there from Gilman's corner. Jermaine Conyers not biting on that toss. And that'll bring up 4th and 6. And it appears that Snyder and the offense is going to stay on the field. There's 30 seconds remaining. And ball is about the 30-yard line of Gilman. And he does a 3 wide receiver set. Snyder under center. He'll take the snap. He drops back looking to throw. It's going to be a screen to McCoy. That has nowhere to go. And that'll be a turnover on downs with 25 seconds left. Gilman's offense will come out at the 35-yard line. Now, Alex, if you're Gilman, there's 25 seconds left. You have 2 timeouts, but you do receive it, and it's only at the start of the second half, and it's only a 1-possession game. Do you try to score here, or do you just run the clock out?
Well, I'd say that depends. A few outs to the sideline wouldn't hurt. See if you can get upfield, maybe break a tackle and get lucky.
Hill will take the snap. He's looking to throw. It's a screen play out to Madison, and hard hit there from Randolph, and Madison will be brought down at the 41-yard line. And Gilman will, in fact, burn one of its timeouts. And with that, we're going to take a short break. From Alex MD, I'm Donald Irwin. There's 14 seconds left. Gilman's driving. And welcome back. After the timeout, there's 14 seconds remaining in the half. Don's up 7-0. They're playing prevent defense with 3 deep safeties and only 3 rushing. Hill will drop back. He has time. He's looking to throw. And he will throw it to the outside, incomplete. And I think Piper Bond and Hill might have had a misconnection there. I think Bond went cut to the inside and Hill was expecting him to cut to the outside. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2. Four wide receivers set. Hill on the gun. Low snap. Hill will keep it himself up across. Oh, no, he will not. It is Madison. I've been fooled too many times today by that read option, but that is what it's designed to do. And the clock is stopped due to the change in downs, and Gilman will take their final timeout of the half. So depending on Hill's arm strength, I think you might want to take a shot deep here, maybe get lucky on a tip or something. And you do have a pretty tall receiver in Piper Bond there that lines up on the outside.
For sure. And if you can exploit that matchup, Gilman can do some good things through the air, especially downfield.
There's 3 seconds left. Time for only one play here. Gilman has it. A ball on the 49-yard line of Loyola. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gilman tried to run a screen play or something, try to get one of their playmakers in space. Loyola will come out and prevent defense. And there are about 5 guys that aren't even within 12 yards of the ball for Loyola. Hill will roll out. He's going to look to throw. He's going to fire it deep down the sideline. It's tipped and almost caught there. And that's what I was kind of talking about, maybe a lucky tip, but it just didn't bounce the right way. And Jackson McCambridge was just unable to get there. And that will be halftime. From Alex MD, I'm Donald Irwin. We'll see you for the start of the second half.
Because the flag still stands for freedom, and you can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget. Detroit down to Houston, we're just crying in the American heart. It's time to stand strong. I'm proud to be Loyola Blakefield. Let's go, Blue!
Matt.
John. Come to Night Hall and join the tailgate menu. Beer, soda, and food. There will be a silent auction of raffles for free football game tickets. And some great nice job, young man.
What did you say? Hello? I just heard you. And welcome back. We had some technical difficulties, power outages, and we have missed about a minute of the game. But in that minute, Gilman was able to go on a 4-play drive to score a touchdown and tie it up. The score is 7-7, and the Dons are driving here. Going to be a 2 wide receiver set. Jordan Moore lined out to the left, Matt Bell to the right, man in motion. Snyder will hand it off. And nowhere to go for the runner there, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
And in case you missed it, this drive was set up by a nice return by Justin McCoy.
And it's going to be about 3rd and 7. Big play here. Snyder and the Dons, if they pick this up, would be close to the Gilman side of the field. 2 wide receivers set. Snyder in the gun. Man in motion. He'll take the snap. Looking to throw. Snyder trying to evade pressure, but a swarm of Gilman players was able to bring him down, and the punt team will come on for Loyola. And Jordan Moore, the freshman on the punt it. And we saw earlier in the game he faked it and took one about 50 yards down the sideline. So he's always a threat here. This time he will punt it away. It's going to be just short of the return man. Favorable Loyola bounce. And nice coverage there from Jack Horace, and Gilman will have the ball at around the 18-yard line. So like I said earlier, the drive you miss, this Gilman offense was able to go 4 plays down the field for a touchdown, and that was large in part to Brandon Madison breaking 2 big runs. And they're going to come out again for their 2nd drive of the 3rd quarter, hoping to do it again here. Purnell Hill is under center. 2 wide receivers split out to the right. Madison is the tailback. He goes Madison, and Madison has nowhere to go here. Good penetration by Loyola's defensive line, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Greyhounds. Hill takes a snap. Going to go right back to Madison. And Madison once again has nowhere to go. We'll bring up 3rd and about 7 for Gilman. And Loyola's really done a good job so far of containing Madison as best as they can. Hill in the gun. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll out to his right, looking to throw. And Hill's going to carry it. And the ball is loose, and there's a flag down. Loyola's signaling that it's theirs. And it is Loyola football. I believe there was a penalty on Gilman, which Loyola opted to decline in order to get the ball deep in enemy territory. And that's a big play from the defense. The defense is really playing well today. And Loyola really has a nice opportunity here. Snyder comes into the huddle, gives the team the play call. There you see that matchup we've seen all game. Loyola's tried to exploit Matt Bell on the outside. Probably has about 5 inches on his defender. Snyder's going to throw it to Matt Bell. Got hit as he threw. And it is an incomplete pass, but it looked like Matt Bell would have had one man to beat to take it to the end zone there if Snyder could have got it to him.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Let's see if they can get it to Matt Bell or Bresci, 2 most athletic guys on this team. And I just keep getting it into their hands and see what they can do with it.
And there is a safety for Gilman shadowing the side that Bell is playing. Snyder's going to drop back. He's looking to throw. He's got a man. It's McCoy. He had McCoy. And that will bring up 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from about the 24-yard line of Gilman. And at this point in the field, it would be about a 39, 40-yard field goal. And this play is pretty big. Matt Bell and Jordan Moore lined up on either side of the field. Snyder in the gun. He'll take the snap. Snyder's looking to run with it. And he has nowhere to go. It'll bring up 4th down. And it's going to be interesting to see what Loyola decides to do here. And they are bringing out the kicker. Freshman kicker Luke Wason is going to be on the try it. It's about a 40-yard field goal that Wason will be attempting. And Wason got it up. It looks to be short.
Yep.
And there was pressure off the right side, and Wason really couldn't get all the power of his leg underneath that. And
The Gilman defender actually got a hand on that. Otherwise, I'm sure it had the leg to get through. But Gilman just got a piece of it.
And Loyola unable to capitalize on that turnover forced by the defense deep in Gilman territory. And the Gilman offense will come back out. Seven minutes are remaining in the 3rd quarter. The score is 7-7, tie game. Gilman's offense comes back out. Ball on the 19-yard line. Two wide receivers set. Hill under center. He'll take the snap. Play action. He's looking to throw. He's got time. And I'm not sure actually what happened there. It appeared that they handed it off, and I was fooled yet again.
Me too.
Right, you thought that was a throw.
I did. And that just shows if they can fool us, then the defense is in trouble.
Right, we have a pretty nice view up here, and down there it's going to be very difficult to read. He'll take the snap. This time he'll attempt to throw. Pass out. And that pass will be complete to Piper Bond. And good tackling there from Justin McCoy, staying in front of the receiver. And it's going to be about 3rd and 2 here. Ball on the 28-yard line for the Greyhounds. Three wide receivers set. Pernell Hill is in the gun. He'll take the snap. It's going to be a handoff here. And the ball is loose. I thought that play might have been blown dead and called forward progress. And the refs are discussing what happened on that play currently. The refs currently discussing. Obviously, what's in question is whether the runner was blown down due to forward progress on the play, or if the ball came loose, and they will call it forward progress. The whistle was blown before the ball came out, and it'll bring up fourth down for the Greyhounds, and it looks like they're going to punt it here. And the snap. Oh, short punt.
Interference. That's interference.
And McCoy will call a fair catch at the 48-yard line. And out comes Loyola's offense once again. And Alex, I think it's easy to say that this has been a defensive-sided game.
Oh, for sure. And I'd say Gilman caught a break right there. I mean, that was interference for sure. Bond definitely ran into McCoy there. But, yeah, you're right. We are midway through the third quarter, and we're still tied at 7. So I think you could be looking at a next score wins type of situation.
All right, the way these two defenses are playing, it certainly wouldn't be impossible here. And Evan Boozer is checked in at tight end once again. Snyder under center. Man of motion, Snyder will hand it off here. And as he received the ball, he is met at the line. Good defense. And Ian Takas really had nowhere to go there. Now we'll bring up 2nd and 12 for Loyola. They're on their own 46-yard line. Snyder, man motion. He'll take the snap. He'll toss it out to Bresci. Bresci makes a man miss. Bresci in open space. And hit hard on the other side of the field. That'll be a gain of about 11 on the play. And we talked earlier, Alex, about getting your playmakers in open space, and that's what they did there.
Absolutely. I would even roll out a guy like Evan Boozer maybe into the flat, maybe a little deeper, see what he can do with the ball in his hands.
Third and 2. Big play here. Man in motion. Snyder will take the snap. It'll be a handoff. Takas picks up the first down and more. Down to the 36-yard line, 37-yard line of Gilman. There's 3:56 and counting remaining in the quarter. Loyola is driving here, and it'd be ideal for them to capitalize on some points. Heavy formation here for Loyola. Only wide receiver is Matt Bell, split out to the left. Man in motion. Snyder going to keep it himself. Nowhere to go there. Greyhounds snuffing that out easily. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. And Loyola's about a couple plays this drive and throughout the game, they really haven't been doing well getting yards on first down, which makes their play call much more limited here in the 2nd and long and 3rd and long situations. Same formation, just flipped to the other side of the field. Matt Bell lined up to the right. And it appears that Gilman has opted to shadow Matt Bell. Hand it off Bresci. Bresci has nowhere to go. So it appears that Brandon Madison has been following Matt Bell no matter where he goes on the field, trying to take his playmaking ability away. be 3rd and about 9 here. Even in 3rd and 10, they opt to go with only one wide receiver. That is Bell. And he does have a decent matchup here. Snyder looking to throw. He's going to Bell deep over the middle. Bell's got it! And Bell will be down at the 2-yard line. And that's the matchup they're looking for. Matt Bell and Jermaine Conyers. Matt Bell just so much bigger, able to get the inside, and Snyder delivers a perfect ball across the middle on the deep post.
That's a big strike right there, and that's exactly what I was calling for earlier. You got to get your big playmakers, Bresci and Matt Bell, involved. That's a perfect play. They split the defense and got it to Bell, who's the biggest target.
It was good tackling by Conyers there to prevent the touchdown, but Loyola does have it on the 2-yard line. Bell does have it one-on-one on the outside. And it will be false start on Loyola. And that'll back it up to about the 7-yard line, and that really takes away their ability to punch it in on the run. Snyder comes back with the play call. And Bell will line up on the left side of the field, all by himself. Snyder takes a snap. He's going to try Bell on a fade. Bell's there.
Oh.
Incredible catch by Matt Bell, grabbing it with his right hand. And that size advantage was certainly taken advantage of there with that back shoulder fade.
That's a Sports Center top 10 right there, if you ask me. I mean, beautiful throw, even better catch.
I mean, we've seen them try to go to Matt Bell before in the first half with limited success, but this drive, 2 catches, 2 big plays from Bell. An extra point pending. Loyola's going to be up 14-7. And the extra point is good. From Alex MD, I'm Donald Irwin. The Dons leading by 7 late in the 3rd. Welcome back, Hargadine Field. 1:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. If you didn't catch that last drive, Jeffrey Snyder completed a deep post to Matt Bell for a huge gain down on the goal line, and then he threw a fade right back to Bell for the touchdown. And Loyola is up 7 here as they set to kick it off.
We said earlier, it's going to be a close one. Maybe next score wins. So now it's up to Loyola's defense to preserve that lead.
And it is a squib kick, received at the 26-yard line. And it will be taken out to about the 33. And Gilman, other than that one drive to start the second half, they really haven't been able to get much going on offense.
That is right. And we have a statistic for you that says that 2 of 5 losses by Gilman have been by 7 points or less. So this contest is shaping up to follow that trend.
Hill under center, 3 wide receivers set. Hill's going to drop back, but Evan Boozer gets to him early, and the great deflection there from Loyola. And that just shows how much of a force Evan Boozer is on that right end, being able to get to a Hill before the screen even developed. And there's a flag. It'll be false start. That'll back the Gilman Greyhounds up 5 yards, and that'll bring up about 2nd and 15 here. And if Loyola can get a stop here, Alex, you're really, really looking good. Man in motion. Hill's going to take the snap. It's going to be a handoff. Madison. Madison has room to work. Blockers in front of him. Madison down to the 45-yard line. And it's going to be close to a first down, if not a first down. And they will move the chains here. And there are 49 seconds left in the third. The Gilman a little confused on the play. They get it straightened out. Hill is in the gun. 3 wide receivers set. Hill will keep it himself. He has room on the outside. Picks up about 8 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd and short. And that could very well be the last play of the quarter. 15 seconds and counting. And it looks like 5 seconds remaining. It looks like they're going to try to snap it. Hill under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff here. And it will be enough for the first down. And the ball was out. But I'm going to assume once again, like earlier in the game, that will be called forward progress. And at the end of the quarter, we're going to take a short break from Alex MD. I'm Donald Irwin. We'll see you for the fourth. And welcome back. Beginning of the fourth quarter, Don's lead at 14-7 over the Greyhounds. However, the Greyhounds are driving. And it will be first down at around the 44-yard line of Loyola for Gilman. I formation here. Hill lines up under center, 2 wide receivers set. Play action. Hill's looking to throw. He's going to fire it deep, back shoulder. And he will be ruled out of bounds. He took a deep shot to Piper Bond. It looked for a second that Piper Bond was going to be able to drag his feet, but it was ruled out of bounds by the official.
That was pretty much perfect placement on that throw. Just barely out of bounds. And that'll back him up, so they take a holding.
Yep, the holding call will back up Gilman, and it'll be 1st and 20. Gilman was looking to take a shot there. They had Bond, who's been Hill's favorite target today, one-on-one on the outside. And just a little late on that throw, although the placement was good, and Bond was run out of bounds. And there are whistles as the referees will congregate to discuss. All right, so after that, it will be 1st and 20 here. And that's going to be a false start. About 6 Gilman guys went there, and that's going to back them up even more. It's going to be about 1st and 25 now. And it's going to be 1st down and long here for Gilman. Hill in the gun. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. It's going to be a screen play to the outside. Running across the field, and he has blockers. And that was Jones on the screen, and that'll pick up about 8 or 9 yards. And it appears that Jones is hurt on the play. And he does appear to be in some pain. All right, and we're going to take a break from injury timeout. We'll be back to bring you the rest of the game. Welcome back after the injury timeout. Jones was able to walk off on his own power, which is a good sign. Hill in the gun, man in motion. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire it. Man open. And that is about an 8-yard reception, complete to Jackson McCambridge. And that was a good job there from McCambridge for finding the hole in the Loyola zone. So it will be 3rd and 10 here. Gilman was able to gather up the yards they lost on the penalties on the first 2 downs, and it will be 3rd and 10 here. Hill takes a snap. He drops back. Immediate pressure. Hill steps up and fires. And that ball will sail out of bounds. Really good job there from Hill. Immediate pressure from the linebacker, Taylor Randolph, but he was able to get rid of the ball.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and on comes the punting team for Gilman.
There's 10:42 remaining in the 4th. Does Don still lead by 7 here? As McCoy and Bresci are set to receive it. And the punt is underway. And McCoy will receive it at the 1-yard line. Nice move from McCoy there, up to the 16-yard line. And Loyola will start off their drive in their own red zone. And we all know that Loyola's offense has the capability to go on like 12, 15 play drives using the triple option. And is it too early to think that they might try to run the clock out?
That would definitely not be out of the question. I would maybe start off with runs on first and second, take a shot on third.
And Snyder's going to run it and get wrapped down. Maybe a 1 yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up second and long for Loyola. And it'll be 2nd and 9 here. Loyola has it on their own 17. And if Loyola is able to string a few first downs together here and go down and score even a field goal, that would make this game very hard for Gilman to win. It'll be a run here, Randolph. And Randolph will go down for about no gain on the play. So you called it perfectly, Alex. They ran on the first 2 downs. And now what do you think, if you're Coach Zayu, what's the approach here?
I would look for maybe a deep corner or out route, try to pick up that first down. Nothing over the middle, as we said earlier.
Right. You want to try to pick up this first down and move the chains, but you don't want to give it to Gilman here in your territory. Snyder in the gun. He'll take the snap. He's going to throw it out. Jordan Moore, one man to beat. But good tackling there. That was Jermaine Conyers. And Loyola will probably bring it on here to punt. And I like the play call there. Put it in the hands of one of your playmakers and let him go. But really good tackling there from Conyers to prevent the big play. Jordan Moore is set to kick it. And Moore will punt it away. A solid kick will be fielded at the 40. And nice return here. Up to the 43-yard line of Loyola. And that will be Piper Bond on the return. So Gilman has great field position heading into this drive. And with 8:11 left in the game, they really need a touchdown on this drive. And out comes Purnell Hill in this Gilman offense yet again. Hill, it appears, will start out in the gun. His running back, Brandon Madison, is split out to the far left. 2 wide receivers on the other side. Madison in motion. And there's a whistle. And it's going to be delay of game on Gilman. And they just did not get that off. And that's a mistake you really can't afford to make if you're trying to drive down the field.
And I just noticed this now, but I'm wagering a guess that Purnell Hill is Kasim's younger brother, but I'm not sure. Possibly.
Yep, I think I remember a few years ago, Alex, when Gilman came in to Hargan Field, Kasim was very good, and they actually put in Purnell late in the 4th quarter when the game was in hand. And Hill will look to throw here, and he's going to scramble. Hill still going, able to retain balance. Purnell Hill down to the 20-yard line of Loyola. And Gilman has a chance here in the red zone to tie the game. That'll be 1st and 10 from about the 23-yard line, 25 rather. Hill is under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a toss play. Madison looking to run, and he will pick up a gain of about 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Greyhounds. .7:14 and counting left in the game. Hill under center will take the snap. It'll be a handoff to Madison. Absolutely outstanding tackle. Taylor Randolph was able to meet Brandon Madison at the hole, get low, and tackle him for only a gain of about a half a yard. Now, look, I know, Alex, if you're Gilman here, if you get stopped on here, do you take 3 points, or is it just too late to do that in this game?
You can take 3 points and rely on your defense, I would say. With 6.5 minutes, there's plenty of time left, I would say.
That's a backward pass. There's a flag on the play, and he's got a man wide open. It's Madison. Touchdown, Greyhounds. But there is a flag on the play. And I'm not actually sure what this could be. And it is a false start on Gilman. And what would have been a touchdown, an easy touchdown on the connection of Piper Bond and Brandon Madison, will end up backing them up 5 yards, and they'll have to try again. Third and 10 here for Gilman. Purnell Hill is in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. Piper Bond is lined up in the slot. And he's going to find Bond here. And it will be at the 13-yard line of Loyola. And the connection between Hill and Bond is pretty noticeable.
Definitely, and he's got, what, a 4-inch height advantage over Justin McCoy.
And his ability to work that slot and find the open area in Loyola's zone was what resulted in a first down. And it will be handed off here. And walking into the end zone is Brandon Madison, touchdown Gilman. And as long as this extra point is connected, we will have a tie game. However, there is an injured player for Gilman. That is offensive lineman Hank Bethel that is down for Gilman. And we are going to take an injury timeout here from Alex MD. I'm Donald Irwin. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back to Hargaden Field, and player for the Greyhounds is still down on the play. He is currently being evaluated by trainers and other staff, and it appears that he's able to get up on his own 2 feet, and that is a good sign. And he will be able to walk off the field. It appears that his left, the lower half of his left leg is in a cast right now. And I'm not sure what that could mean, but hopefully it's not too bad. And the trainers will be packing up here and evaluating him further on the sideline, most likely. So, best wishes go out to Gilman player. That was Hank Bethel. And before the injury, Gilman was able to score on a touchdown run by Brandon Madison. And now this extra point is going to be pretty huge, as it will tie the game with 6:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. And McCoy almost got that one, but the extra point is good. And the score is 14-14. We are going to take a short break. We'll be back to bring you the rest of the game. Welcome back. Hargaden Field. The score is 14-14, 6:03 remaining in the game. Gilman set to kick it off to Loyola, and Loyola, this is going to be a pretty big drive here, Alex. The potential to go ahead and drive down the field, maybe score with like 2 minutes left. That would be ideal if you're the Dons. And Gilman is set to kick it off. Douglas Godine will kick it off, and it's a short kick. And the ball is loose. It's going to be in a pile at the 40-yard line, and it does appear, at least from what I saw, that Loyola covered it, but a lot can change underneath the pile. And it is Loyola football. And Gilman continuing the struggle for the ball. The play has been over for a while now, and they will finally clear up the pile. Loyola football at the 40. Now, was that like a designed onside kick, Alex, or was that more of like a squib?
Absolutely, and that was beautifully executed because he got it right, chipped it right into that gap. So when it bounces, instead of bouncing, it just kind of drops, and that's what made it difficult. As you saw, it got caught under one of the guy's legs.
And here comes Loyola. 6 minutes even remaining in the game. Ball on the 39-yard line. Snyder, man in motion. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff. Taylor Randolph. And he has met Bryce Bush filling the gap. And Randolph will gain about a half yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Second down here. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Bell will be lined up to the left as the only receiver. Snyder under center. Man in motion. He'll take the snap. It'll be a toss play. And nowhere to go. Mason Rush. And that'll be 3rd and long here. And Alex, we've seen this trend for Loyola. They've really just ran, past few drives, they've just run it. The first 2 plays were about no gain, and then they're going to have to try to make all 10 yards up on 3rd down. And the most success we've really seen them have is when they threw the ball with Matt Bell down the middle of the field. So, big play here with 4:38 left in the game. 3rd and 10. A stop here would mean Gilman would get the ball back for potentially game-winning drive. Loyola gets this first. They have the ball on Gilman's side of the field. Snyder looking to throw. He'll fire it. And that will be pass interference called. Matt Bell, Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, but it appeared that Matt Bell had Kyrie Jones beat, but Jones had to pull him just to keep him from going all the way.
Absolutely. Otherwise, that's an easy 6 points right there. So, yeah, you take the PI right there just to stop the touchdown.
And it's pretty huge there. You see the Loyola Dons opting to go to Matt Bell when they needed a big play, and indirectly he delivered. Able to get open, caused Jones to hold him, and Bell drew the pass interference. And 4:21 is left in the game. Snyder in the gun. You have Jordan Moore and Matt Bell lined up on either side of the field. Snyder will take the snap. He's going to throw it out, screen to Matt Bell. And Matt Bell picking up a gain of 4 there. And that's good looks from Loyola there. They see Matt Bell. The coverage is really sagging off of him because they know how much of a deep threat he is. So they just decide, let's give it to Bell and pick up 4. The ball is on the 41-yard line, closer to the 40. 3:53 remaining in the game. 2nd down and 6 for Loyola. Same formation as the previous play. 2 wide receivers set. Snyder will take the snap. He's looking to throw it. It's going to be a little pitch out to Mason Rush. Mason Rush, gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. And a flag is down, and it's going to be holding on Loyola. And that'll back it up to about a 2nd and 14 or 15 on the play. With 3:37 remaining, this is going to be a pretty big set of downs here. 2nd down at about 15. Loyola's back on their side of the field. I would not be surprised if they went to Matt Bell again here. Snyder in the gun. Got a 2 wide receivers set. He'll take the snap. He'll throw it out this time to Jordan Moore on the outside. Jordan Moore makes a man miss for a gain of about 3. Good defense there from Gilman, being able to swarm Moore and to prevent him from getting any space. And Gilman will spend its first timeout of the game, or the half rather, and we're going to take a short break from Alex Emdy. I'm Donald Irwin. We'll be back in the field. And welcome back after the short timeout. And it'll be 3rd and 11 here for Loyola on the 47-yard line of Gilman. Snyder in the gun, 2 wide receiver set. Man in motion. He'll take the snap. Snyder rolling out, looking to throw. And he will go out of bounds at the 47. It looks like he had Bresci there on the wheel route, but I don't think he saw him.
And you heard Gilman coaching staff yelling the wheel. I mean, he would have gone all the way, I think, if he could have got that pass off.
And Jordan Moore will be set to punt it away for Loyola. And they really need a good one from Moore here. 3:24 remaining. If they're able to pin Gilman back, make it as hard as possible for them to go on a game-winning drive. It's a low snap. Moore will control it, and he will punt it. Favorable roll here for Loyola, and it will go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And out comes Purnell Hill and this Gilman offense. Both teams are tied, so to win you'd only need 3 points here. So Gilman's going to need to take it for about 60 yards to make it a reasonable field goal. We've seen Loyola come up big many plays so far this game with the bend don't break mentality on defense. And out comes Hill trying to win the game for Gilman. And it's going to be a one wide receiver set, going with a heavy formation at the line. The receiver is Kyrie Jones. It'll be a handoff here. And stopped for only a gain of about 1 or 2 is the rusher. And it does not appear that Gilman is trying to go down the field here. I'm actually not 100% sure about how overtime works in high school. Do you know if it's similar to college or more similar to the NFL?
I believe it's similar to college. I would guess they start at the 25.
And Hill rolls out. Completion here. That was Piper Bond on the reception. And it appears that it's going to be short of a first down. It's going to be about 3rd and 3 here. And this is what the biggest play of the game so far. Hill under center. 2 wide receivers split out to the left. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff here. And legs churning. Brandon Madison will be able to pick up the first down, and that's just really hard running there by Madison. He was hit in the backfield, but he did not give up and kept those legs churning for the first down. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Hill in the gun, 3 wide receivers set. He'll take the snap. He drops back. He's looking to throw. He's got a man. And remarkable one-handed catch there.
Beautiful grab there by Bryce Bush. He spun around and tipped it to himself, so nice grab there.
Yeah, and I don't know if Loyola was not expecting a deep ball or the safety just bit too hard on that out route by the receiver, but suddenly Gilman has it on their Loyola's 42-yard line. 2:09 remaining in the game. He'll take the snap. It's low. He'll drop back. He's looking to throw. And Hill will have nowhere to go. There is a flag on the play, and I think it might be holding here. And there appears to be an injured player here. And yep. And there is an injured player. And the medical staff for Loyola will come and take a look. It does not appear to be too serious. That was Callahan, the injured player. And he's able to walk off on his own 2 feet. It appears to be all right here. And the holding call will back Gilman up 10 yards to about midfield. .157 remaining in the game. And it'll be first down and long for Gilman. Hill in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. He'll take the snap, drop back. Pressure here, it's a design screenplay. And great defense from Loyola. And be able to swarm on the design screen for Brandon Madison. Prevented him from going anywhere. And it'll be second and about 18 here for Gilman. And Loyola will spend its first timeout, maybe hoping to stop the clock to get the ball back with some time. And we're going to take a short break with that timeout. From Alex MD, I'm Donald Irwin. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back. It is second and 18. Hill under center. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Trying to use the hard count to get Loyola to jump off sides. Didn't work. Hill will make appropriate adjustments. He'll snap the ball. Play action. Good block there. Hill rolls out. He's going to fire it, and he's got his man. For a gain of about 10 on the play. Once again, it's Piper Bond, and we've certainly said Piper Bond's name a lot today. And it'll be 3rd and 10 here. Third down and 10. 3 wide receivers set. Hill is in the gun. He'll take the snap blitz here from Loyola. Well picked up by Gilman. He'll fire it deep. He's got Bond down the sideline. Caught! Touchdown, Gilman. Piper Bond, one-on-one coverage against Justin McCoy, and he was able to get in front of him. And it was caught for the touchdown, about a 43-yard pass. Hill to Bond. And
that
looks like Loyola's going to need a 2-minute drill here.
That looks like it could have been the dagger. And that's the matchup we've been looking to exploit all game long. Called that out, especially the size advantage. And they finally took advantage.
Right, I don't know, because Bond's such a deep threat, Alex. I was expecting there to be safety help for the corner. But they opted to go with the 5-man.
Especially with a huge size disadvantage.
And the score is Gilman 21, Loyola 14 with 1:05 remaining. Loyola has 2 timeouts, and I don't think they're going to be able to run their triple option here. We've seen Matt Bell play very well for Loyola, and Piper Bond on the other side for Gilman. And now Bond got a touchdown, and I really think that Loyola's going to have to work Matt Bell here to get moved down the field and put up 7. And this is a pretty big kickoff here, the biggest of all game. Will be Douglas Godin kicking it off. And depending on how good this kick is, could dictate who wins this ball game. Loyola really needs some field positioning here. Kicking off from the 40 is Godin. And there's a flag. It's going to be offsides on Gilman. Somebody got in front of the kicker early, and that will back it up. He'll have to kick it off from the 35. And that's a pretty big deal. And now you see the return man, Justin McCoy, is up at the 17-yard line. And if he was able to get that ball there, he could probably turn it into a 20-yard gain. Douglas Godine set to kick it off once again. And it'll be a well-placed kick. Received at the 30 by Taylor Randolph. Randolph takes a hit, and he will get it up to the 33-yard line with 1 minute remaining. Now Loyola needs to go 67 yards in 1 minute, and they have 2 timeouts to work with. Now keep in mind that the clock does stop when they get a first down, similar to the NCAA college football rules. So if they're able to string together some first downs and get up to the line, would be practically no time wasted getting back to the line. We will see a 2 wide receiver set here. Snyder is in the gun. Watch Brescia there. He might work it by the flat. Snyder takes the snap. He drops back. Good protection. Snyder fires deep. He's got Matt Bell. A little too far, that pass to Bell. He really needed to throw it more in, maybe towards the sideline.
I don't think he got enough on that one.
Well, I might argue differently, considering that Bell really had to take speed up just to tip that ball away from the defender. It appeared that the deep safety was going to pick that ball if Bell didn't get over to the safety and deflect it. Second and 10, 55 seconds left in the game.
I would run a deep out, so that way the receiver can shield the defender with his body and make the grab.
Snyder's looking to throw. Don't take a sack here. And good run there from Snyder. I don't think it's quite a first down, though. They have to go. And Loyola will take a timeout. Good play from Snyder there. It looked like he was going to take the sack for a minute, and that would have proved fatal for Loyola, but he's able to get it up to the 41-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 here for Loyola after spending their second timeout. They have 1 left. They do need a touchdown here, down 7 against Gilman. And they're going to need a few big plays here to get down the field. They still have 58 yards to go. We've seen Matt Bell make big plays for Loyola so far. And I'm sure the coaches will try to scheme up something for Bell here. They already took 1 deep shot to him so far this drive. Loyola still in the huddle here. And they will come out. And you see Matt Bell lined up on the outside. Snyder will take the snap. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep here. Pressure. And that is either if that was a fumble, that would be close to a first down. And the refs, it appears they're marking it backwards of the line of scrimmage. And this is the game here, folks. It's 4th down. Loyola really needs a conversion.
It was tough to see because to me it looked like he may have fumbled it forwards and recovered. But evidently stepped out a yard short. So what kind of play do you think they go with on this 4th and short?
You need to get a first down here. You do need to move the ball down the field 58 yards, but you need the first down before you do anything else. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran the ball here, got the first, and then proceeded to spike the ball. Man of motion, Snyder will snap it. It'll be a toss here. Brescia has the first down. Can he get out of bounds? Yes, he can. And that was perfect play call from the coach there. Getting Brescia to the outside enables him to pick up the first and get out of bounds as well. And I cannot stress how important it was there that Brescia was able to get out of bounds. 27 seconds left. Loyola down 7. They need a touchdown. They have 47 yards to go. Bell and Moore lined up on the outsides. Snyder in the gun, he'll take the snap. Play action, he's looking to throw. Rolls out. He'll fire it. He's got McCoy. Caught by McCoy on the sideline. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line of Gilman. And that was a beautifully placed throw by Snyder.
Absolutely. That's a perfect time to make his first catch of the day. And
Right, they've tried to run it through screens to McCoy earlier, but they went for pretty much no yardage. But that was great play by McCoy there, be able to drag his feet and get out of bounds to stop the clock. Snyder, once again in the gun, 2 wide receiver set. He'll take the snap, he's looking to throw outright. He'll fire it, and it was deflected at the line. Excellent play there. And that will bring up second down with 16 seconds left to play in the game. Now keep in mind, Alex, they do have 1 timeout to work with, so pretty much any throw over the middle is valid here. Same formation they've been running all drive, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Snyder takes the snap, he drops back, he's looking to throw. He has a man over the middle. It's Jordan Moore, caught by Jordan Moore at the 11-yard line. 10 seconds remaining, and a timeout will be called by Loyola. So they have the ball at the 13-yard line of Gilman, Alex, and with 10 seconds left, you can take a couple shots to the end zone here. Now you have 2 big receivers in Jordan Moore and Matt Bell who are capable of going off to the edge and making plays one-on-one. Now you got to think that Bell has made this play earlier in the game on the opposite side of the field on a fade route. And you got to think that Loyola will want to go there again. Loyola was able to go from their 35-yard line all the way down to Gilman's 13 in 50 seconds. Keep in mind that they have no timeouts left, and anything inbounds is pretty much game over. Jordan Moore has one-on-one coverage at the outside. They're not letting Bell have one-on-one coverage. They're going to throw it. Moore back of the end zone. Incomplete pass. Absolutely fantastic defense there. Jermaine Conyers.
We got 1 play left in the game. Donnie, what do you call if you're Coach A right now?
I would run the exact same thing they just did. They're not going to let Bell have single coverage, but if you can throw it up to Moore, then I really think he can make a play here. And it is if they run a snap then fade right now, then it's quite possible they could have 1 play left. But this is probably the last play of the game. And I think that's going to be a timeout. Yep, Gilman will call a timeout here. And we're going to take a short break. 6 seconds left in the game from Alex MD. I'm Donald Irwin. We'll be back.
1 second.
Welcome back. Final play of the game. 3 wide receiver set. Snyder in the gun. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire it into triple coverage. Matt Bell out of bounds. But there is 2 seconds left on the clock. And I don't think you should go to Bell there in that triple coverage. I think if they're designating 3 defenders to Bell, I think you can find somebody over the middle in the back of the end zone. 2 seconds remaining in the game. Final play. 4-man up front for Gilman. Snyder in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. Taylor Randolph is to his right. McCoy is in the slot. You have Bell on the outside. And Gilman will spend their final timeout. Yep, that is correct. And we're going to take one more short break, and we will be back to conclude this game. From Alex MD, I'm Donald Irwin. Welcome back. 2 seconds left, Hargan field. Loyola at the 13-yard line of Gilman. They need a touchdown to tie. Snyder takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He got pressure on the outside, and Snyder will go down. Game, set, match. Great pressure there. Noah Seth on the tackle, and the Greyhounds will win it.
If we just analyze that last play right there, simply a breakdown in pass coverage, and that's about it. Snyder had nowhere to go with 3 Gilman defenders collapsing. I think this is one that Loyola could have easily had back.
All right, and with that, we're going to say goodbye from Alex MD. I'm Donald Irwin.